Sorry about that. Again, trying to figure this out. But anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Again, a lot of people were telling me that I should go live on. Oh, messed it up. All right, so a lot of people were telling me that I should go live on YouTube and answer some questions. Sorry, the lenses. I wasn't ready. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. I'm trying to figure out how to display the comments. It's not showing me the comments for some reason. Is anybody commenting? All messages. There we go. Okay. All messages are visible. So check in with me again. How is the sound now? Let me know. Okay. Wow. So many people asking questions. Crazy. I'm trying to get to them. There's also, somebody was telling me there's a super chat option. So if you want to click the super chat and do like a cool sticker or support me in some way on the super chat, that's awesome. Let's see. Okay, everybody says it sounds great. Awesome. Sin City Slabber, what's up? Wow, all the way from Germany. Dan Kramer, how's it going? Going good. Again, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them for you. I'm going to do this for, if y'all could help me to keep this to like 15 minutes or so. I don't want to make it super long. Wow. Bassday 2.0. Did a $1 super chat, and I appreciate you, man. And anybody that does a super chat, obviously, I'll answer your question for sure, and I'll give you a shout out. So, so keep that in mind. What's up, Relk One? Maybe that's supposed to be Real One. Joker Lake and Debeezy, the Gifted. Dion, he's from here in Vegas. Are you hiring? No, not right this second, but who knows what the holidays will bring. Who knows? It should be pretty crazy. Holy crap, so many questions, so many comments. Again, if you want to for sure get your question answered, you can do the little super chat thing, get a cool sticker or whatever. But Blaze Cuomo, aloha from Hawaii. Colton Trevino. Let's see, Adam Moore. What happened to some of your YouTube videos? It's like some of them have been removed that I've searched in the past. I'm not sure about that. I didn't know that any of them have. So I'm not sure on that one. Let's see. What's the best setup to produce loud bass, no flex or rattle? That's a very vague question, hard to answer. Dion Bowman, Instant Get Loud. Who won the 6.5-inch grills I entered from? I can't remember the person's name, but I did post the person that won on my personal Facebook and on the Down for Sound Facebook. Trooper_law, is Kenwood a good brand? I've never, I mean, I guess it's an okay household name brand. I've never been really a fan of it. I tried a couple of their head units back in the day. Really wasn't my cup of tea, I guess you could say. But yeah, so anyway, not my style. Barrel Crack. What do you think about Orion subs? I haven't ever used them. Like, I hate to comment on stuff that I haven't used personally. I've heard a couple of Orion setups and it seemed decent, but as far as like personal use, I never have. But at the end of the day, hey, if you like it, that's all that matters. Fatboy28206, $5 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. So I really appreciate the love. If you did not know, we just moved from the my old location to the new location, and this week will be our first, I would say, 100% running out of the new warehouse. My new desk gets here tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. And then I'll have my little command station all set up, so we'll be good to go there. Sorry, so many comments coming through again. I appreciate y'all coming through with the super chats and everything. Thank you. Beaver Moz, ever thought of carrying DS18? I actually carry DS18 and I have tons of it in stock right now. So yes, I did, to answer your question, I did think about it, but I already committed to it. Thomas Wilson, do you have Work Truck 1.0? Yes, it's still at my, somebody's doing burnouts outside, but I can't see them. They just came through our roundabout and did a burnout. But anyway, I wish I have to keep touching the screen to keep the comments up. But yes, I still have Work Truck 1.0. Actually, that truck was given to me by my dad. And when I moved out to Vegas, I gave it back to him because I didn't need it. So it was just, I guess he loaned it to me for like 8 years or something. Corey, I appreciate all the thumbs up and the love. Alex Rocha, shout out from Southern Arizona. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate it. Holy crap, there's so many comments. It's crazy. Thank you. It's humbling. David Monroe, let's see. When are those new Def Bonds going on sale? When I saw review on them, I fell in love. David Monroe, I appreciate the super chat. The new Def Bonnet subs, are you talking about the 3515s or the 4515s? Is that the ones you're talking about? If so, I'm not sure. We're almost sold out of the 45. Well, you are sold out of the 4515s and the dual 2s. I think we have dual 1s left. We have some of the 18s and the 3515s and 3512s left. So not many. But I don't know. I doubt that they'll be going on sale because we're already having an issue keeping them in stock. David Monroe, the 3515, yeah, not a problem. We still have a few of those left. And I bought as many as I could, but we are getting close to running out. So, yeah, if you want some, I definitely would not wait around. Don't forget we have 2 different types of the same as cash financing. Makes it easier than ever for you to get your audio now and pay it back over time for no interest in 3 to 4 months, something like that. But again, appreciate the super chat. Let's see, Dan Kramer, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Anybody coming through with a $20 or $50 super chat? I'll give you a virtual hug. Dan Kramer. Oh crap! I don't know. Need you to. Sorry, I didn't mean to delete your comment. I don't know how I did that. Sorry, Dan Kramer. I don't know how I missed. I'm not sure what just happened. Sorry, again, this is a new thing for me. Dan Kramer, I did see your comment for a second, but somehow it disappeared. It said I deleted it, but I don't know how I did it. It said, are you coming out to Colorado or something like that? I can't remember. But no, I don't have any plans to come to Colorado anytime in the future that I know of. I have been there a couple of times. It's a cool place, and there's a lot of bass heads up there for sure. Memo. How's the manscaping? Yeah, I did that video for them. So, it was cool. It was a paid advertisement, but it seemed like a good tool. Run Houston, 832, what's it do? What's up? Do you have excess power battery and charger combo? I don't have it on, not as a combo package together, but I do have both of them in stock. We have tons of excess power batteries in stock and ready to ship. Actually, the owner of Excess Power will be coming out here. He'll be landing in about 2 hours. So we'll be spending some time together this coming up week, coming up some new stuff, new deals. So cool stuff in the works. Hi from Alberta, Canada, Mr. Timelapse. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Buying tumor 10 from you, JP Systems, be getting bigger. I'm not sure what that meant to be. Can I get an X12 recon at 0.5 ohm? Are you asking if you can get a half ohm coil put in there? If that's your question, I would have to ask Sundown. Because they do have different coils and stuff like that, and usually they're able to make custom stuff happen. It would just have to be something that I definitely asked them. Again, thank you for all the super chats. I can't, like, that's a for sure way of getting your questions answered if you want to be answered, because there is tons of comments coming through. Mr. Tom, oh crap, it just this is crazy. Sorry, it's so many coming through. Let's see, any plans for carrying tear amp? Not at this time. I'm just gonna say not at this time. I have learned to say not say never, because now I say never because you never know what's going to be coming in the future. Has this pandemic affected your business any? It's actually helped, because a lot of people are there. Dan Kramer, it says I put you in timeout. I don't even know how I did that. I apologize for that, man. I don't know how I did that. And how do I fix it? I got your Facebook message, so I apologize for that. I'll try to fix it. Let's see. Again, I'm not sure how to do that. Anyway, I did answer your question, though. But again, back to the pandemic or whatever, did it help or hurt your business? It helped, because I guess a lot of people were at home and wanting to do the perfect time to finish their audio builds, right? So yeah, it was a cool deal. Let's see, how do you find out when all the car audio events are? I follow like different car audio pages on Facebook, and that's kind of how I found out. Let's see, Greg Fernandez, he can come back in 300 seconds after being in timeout. Sorry about that. Again, I didn't mean to do that. Can you do another street-based reaction video, Bassday 2.0? Yeah, whenever I get the Tahoe back. The Tahoe is in, oh no, my bracelet just broke. My little girl, maybe this bracelet just broke. Maybe she can repair it. But yeah, whenever I get the Tahoe back, maybe this December or January, when it gets back here, I'll try to do some of those reaction videos. It's always funny seeing people's reactions. What's your thoughts on Tesla Audio? I'm not familiar with it at all. I've heard the name, but I haven't seen any of their products, so I can't make an educated comment on that. What's the closest shows you normally attend to Oklahoma? Man, I'm not even sure in that area. I guess the closest one would be Texas Heatwave in Austin, Texas, but that's still not even really close. How are things looking for the D4S meet in January? So far, I guess it's fun. I know it probably won't be as big as it could have been, because they're not having CES or SEMA, so like there won't be as many people in town for that reason. Did you end up getting a Tesla? No, I did not get a Tesla. I did like it a lot, though. It's super awesome. Very cool. Are you going to carry the Solo X? I'm not sure. Maybe I should tell my whole following to go over there and tell Kicker to hit me up for a dealer spot, so I can be your #1 source for a Kicker as well. Is there any bass meets in Missouri? Not that I know of. Any big industry players coming out to the D4S show? Again, I haven't asked or even thought about it. We've been so busy moving the warehouse and trying to get this thing set up, stocked up and ready to go for the Christmas holidays. It's always insane around this time, so I don't see it being any different. Sorry, there's so many. I'm trying to get to everybody's comments. There's just so many. If you want to, again, drop some sort of super chat, get a sticker or something like that on your comment, I can get you answered for sure. Definitely hitting up all the super chat comments. What's the best weed to smoke during a bass test? I have no idea. I don't do that. Don't have a problem with it, but it's just not me. Black Friday sales. Yes, we'll be doing Black Friday sales. We don't know at this time. We usually aren't told what we're allowed to do until like usually a few days before the Black Friday sales are actually released. So yeah, it will be something. We just don't know until that time. Can you do a backflip? I cannot do a backflip. I'm too old for that. Somebody asked, how old am I? How old do I look? Be kind now. Be kind. Do you still have whole system kits for sale? Subs, mids, and amps? There are some on there. We need to update them, though, because they are dated. Like some of the amps aren't available. 35, 38, 32, 34. I guess I look pretty close to my age. I just turned 35, 36, 35 or 36. I was born in October the 3rd, 1984. So I guess that would make me 36. Woo, getting old. Somebody just did a super chat. Let's see. Brian Montano. What is a good amp for my L7 kicker? Brian, I'm not familiar with that sub. Can you tell me how much power it is rated at? And I'll try to help you. How much power the RMS power is, and also what ohm load it is. If you could tell me those two things, I can suggest you a decent amplifier for it. I need to know your budget as well. What brand would you recommend to start with my first system? If you're looking for like really budget friendly, Scar Audio is a lot of people's favorite because of that reason. 1500 RMS, currently 4 ohm on Brian Montano's question. Is it just a single sub setup or 2 subs? And then we'll go to the next step after that. Wow, time's flying so fast. It's already been 17 minutes. A single sub, so you would be at 2 ohm load, 1500 watts RMS. I would probably do something like a Sundown Audio, like SFB 3000, run it at 2 ohm. You would get good power out of it. They actually do pretty good power at 2 ohm. So be sure to check out the Sundown Audio SFB 3000. Hendry Mertz, that's funny. I'm so glad you sold me my amp. It's a SFB 3000, so that's very cool. He could tell you how good of an amp it is. So yeah, very good amp and also budget friendly as well. They're only $349 and we have tons of them in stock. Hypertrax 91 XTR. Hey JP, do custom boxes. We already do that. You can click on the custom or subwoofer box tab on the website. Brian Montano, no problem, man. My pleasure. I appreciate the super chat and hooking me up with some grub money for today. I'm gonna eat good tonight. I got a feeling I'm at least gonna be able to go to Del Taco or something. William Keppa, what is the best 12-inch subwoofer amplifier package you got? That's a really vague question. Like, when you ask questions like this, I need a budget. I need to know what kind of space you're looking to do. Budget is a big thing because you have to be able to, I have to be able to fit everything into there. And once you get to a certain amount of power, then you need to start having electrical upgrades. So it changes a lot of things. Corey Woody, what do you think of the system upgrade Steve Mead is doing? It's awesome, man. Steve's a great guy. He's very talented in what he does. I deal with him a lot. I do a lot of business with him. Hell, I just bought like $50,000-$60,000 worth of stuff from him last week. So we do a lot of business together. William Keppa, budget ain't a thing. It's always a thing. I promise you. People that say that it's not a thing is usually the people that's like, what? $2,000 for a single subwoofer and then another $8,000 for everything else I need to power it? It becomes a thing. So anyway, Bassday 2.0. Sundown Audio vs Def Ponce, best lineup subs. Man, that's a hard one. They're both great companies. Both, they're both always reinventing the wheel as much as possible. So, I mean, I personally run Sundown, but I would definitely have no problem putting some Def Ponce subs in my vehicles. They're that good. They're great. Let's see. Do you like JL Audio? I guess it's okay. I just feel like it costs a lot for what it is. Again, there's so many comments coming through. It's hard for me to get to all of them. So if you want to get your question answered for sure, do the super chat option and throw $5 or something, or 100, whatever you want to do. I'll give you a virtual hug if you get a $100 super chat. But again, so many questions and comments coming through. It's hard to get to all of them. Did you play any sports in school? I did not. Well, not in high school. I played baseball and stuff like that, soccer when I was a kid. I got tons of trophies. I always got MVP. I was really good, but it just wasn't my thing. Kept me out of trouble though. Matt Townsend, will you ever be an Orion dealer? I guess somebody else already asked me that, but not at this time. Never. Well, I never say never, but not at this time. Maybe in the future sometime. Who knows? Are the Scar Audio VD10s good? Shallow subs for under the seat for the dollar? Like it's very hard to beat. Like it's virtually impossible to beat them. Super cheap. So even if you destroyed one like every other week, like I think they're like $80 or something. Super cheap. Oh, so many questions. This is cool though. I'm glad I'm getting to interact with y'all. If y'all like this, if you think this is cool, let me know and I'll try to do this like once a week or something. If I can. I know it's about to start getting really busy with the Christmas holidays and stuff, but I will do my best. Can you speak some German words? Man, I used to know some. I can't even think of any right now. Lost them. I've been learning Spanish, some like very little Spanish, but it seems like once I started learning some Spanish, like my German language, I didn't know, I may have known like 10 or 15 words or something, very minimal. But I can't think of any. I can't even think of how to say thank you or please or something like that in German now. Have you talked to Tim lately from Audiotistics? He did my install. I haven't talked to him, but I've been seeing a couple of videos from him. Looks like he's still crushing it. Great dude. Does great work for sure. Live chat is awesome. This is very cool. I appreciate it. And thank you for the people that have done the super chats. I don't know if it'll let me, I don't know how to go back through those people. Robert G, what's up, man? Second battery, lithium or cap? With the way that lithiums are going and the technology that's being put into them, and it's hard to, well, it just depends. Like, but a lot of people are going lithium. So much power in very small space. Thanks for answering my question. No problem. I'm about to put a 320 amp alternator with the XS D2700. Will that be good for a daily driver? Yeah, it will. New build. I don't have any new builds in the works. I'm actually about to drop my work truck off tomorrow. I'm having an issue with my passenger side door. It keeps blowing the amps on that door for some reason. So I think there's like a short somewhere. So I'm gonna have them rewire the whole door and then put a new amp in there, and I'll rewire everything that goes to that side. This is none of my business, but what is your net worth? I have no idea, man. I haven't checked in a long time. I just keep hustling. We'll just the haters could probably tell you. They seem to know more about me than anybody. So put a post out asking if you're a JP hater, how much is what's his net worth? Let's see. How good is the SA? Jason Graham. How good is the SA line of Sundown? For the dollar, it's awesome. Like it's definitely it's probably our most sold subwoofer ever. The Sundown SA series. It cannot be beat. In my opinion. I mean, maybe, but it's just the popularity, the reliability, it's just known. Like, we actually have some cool stuff in the works. I guess I can go ahead and tell you, let you in a little secret. We actually have some packages that are on their way here, some preloaded enclosures that are featuring the Sundown SA12. The Sundown SA12 is hands down our most popular subwoofer that we've ever sold. Like, we've sold more of those 10 to 1 over anything else. Let's see, how many amps do you need to run 6 comp kicker 15 500? If you could probably just run them off of 1 amp, since they're only 500 watts. You could do like a Sundown Salt 4 or something like that. Be plenty of power for them. Again, sorry, there's so many. I'm trying to get to all these questions. This is humbling. But again, if you want your question answered for sure, drop a super chat. Like, put a little super chat on there, $5, $10, something like that, and I'll definitely get it answered. If you are a super chat person, I always make sure to answer all of them and shout you out as well. Jamie Cantu, make a button-up shirt. I thought about doing that. I mean, I have my own personal button-up shirts, but they just get expensive, and I don't know. I don't think people would buy them, but maybe I'd be wrong. Wow, I appreciate everybody. There's super chats all popping up right now. Richard Albach, how much would you risk pushing a 18-inch sub minus 3,000 to 3,000 watts RMS? What will be pushing a 6,500 watt amplifier as well. However, I am paranoid of blowing it. If you have a 6,500 watt amp, it's gonna also, all right, so it's gonna depend on what ohm you have it wired at, what ohm the subwoofer is. But if you have a like 6,500 watt RMS subwoofer, a 3,000 watt RMS subwoofer and a 6,500 watt RMS amplifier, you have to be, and it also depends on what brand it is. If it was say a Sundown sub and it was rated, say, a 2,000 watt sub, and you had a 4,000 watt amp, a 4,000 watt RMS amp, it would be fine as long as the power was clean. But without me knowing the brand and everything like that, it's hard for me to tell. But possibly, but you would have to be very careful with it. Depending on the brand, it would depend on the level of careful and like the level of abuse it could take. Like a Sundown ZV5, they can take hella abuse. If Dion is still in here, he can tell you how powerful and how awesome the Sundown ZV5 subs are. They're beast. But just be careful with it, man. Next person on super chat, $5. TRDH. What model excess power cells are the same as the Yinglongs, like what you run in the Ho? And what is the power handling per bank? The power handling per bank is gonna depend on which way you have them configured and what ohm load. Not ohm load. What voltage you have. I think the ones in my Tahoe, you have like a 5S, 6S, 7S, like the way you set them up. As when it comes to super detailed scientific type of breakdown of like Yinglongs and different type of lithium cells and do-it-yourself stuff, there is a do-it-yourself central page from Excess Power and or a store from them, and they can. I don't sell those cells, so I don't look into it in depth like that. So again, if you're looking to get more in-depth knowledge on that, hit up the DIYcentral.com page, and they can answer it for you and like help you out in any way. Holy crap, so many people asking questions. Again, if you want to get your question answered for sure, do the super chat. Everybody's doing $5 super chats now. Thank you so much. The next one is the Rod Knock Jeep channel. That's awesome. How do I get sponsored by D4S? We aren't currently doing any sponsorships, and I've went over doing sponsorships before. If you I can throw this out there. If you're looking to get sponsored by anybody, not just Car Audio, but anybody, what you need to do is be able to provide them a lot of value on the front side. So because you have to think about these companies, they have tons of people hitting them up every day. They're like, hey, I can do, I will go to all these shows, like blah, blah, blah. Like, they promise them the world, but there's so many people doing the same exact thing. The way I did it before I owned a Car Audio company, when I was trying to pitch a company, say Excess Power, when I was trying to pitch them on like giving me a discount or something like that, I approached them like, hey, my name's Jonathan Price. I have a YouTube channel with 50,000 followers. My Instagram's blah, blah, blah. My Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Just like throw all that out there. Last year, I hit this show, this show, this show, this show, like all these shows. And then I plan on doing this again, or I'm even adding more to this. I would put like, so you're basically giving them a resume or some sort of guarantee on like what they're going to be able to get by losing the money on the sale or investing in you. It's all about ROI, return on their investment. So you have to be able to make it worth their investment with you. So you have to be able to sell them on your idea. Sorry, again, tons of comments coming through. There's 115 people on here. The next super chat is from Blue. It looks like he's a baby though. Again, if you want your answer or your question answered, for sure, drop me a $5 or $10 super chat, something like that. Is there any way to keep bass inside a convertible? I don't want to get a new car. That's going to be very difficult, man. I mean, keep the top up. That's the only way I can think of to keep bass inside the car, because if not, like it just can go anywhere. So that's my answer to your question. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that's my question to your answer. Is it okay to run AGM primary and a lithium secondary? It can be. It just depends on which one. If you're referring to the Down for Sound lithium battery, the LTO 6.0, yes, you can do this, and you don't have to have a isolator either. Like they can pair together easily. Let's see. What's up from York, PA? No problem, Blue. Appreciate the super chat from you. Suami Nona, why do some amps get very hot from factory and others don't? It could be heat sink, it could be the components that they're using, it could be lack of ventilation of where it's mounted, no fan, running low ohm load, running low voltage. Like it can be tons of different things. So yeah, it's just like that's a really vague question, but that's a lot of things that it could be. Again, holy crap, there's so many comments. Can you run the D4S battery as a primary? No, you cannot. It's not made to be ran under the hood, so you definitely do not want to run it there. It's not made for that. It's made to be used in conjunction with a under hood battery, and you put it in the back. Louisiana Steppa, I watch your YouTube videos a lot. Hook me up on some bang, bro. You're the GOAT in this bass movement. Appreciate it, but can't do no handouts, man. You got to work for it. Quan Drayden, can D-Force batteries be used in a motorcycle? It could. We actually have some people using them on there, so it definitely can be. JP, I need 212s. What do you recommend? That's a really vague question as well. So, because what 212s, what's your budget, all that type of stuff. Memo, I need a job. Again, if you have a question that you want to get answered, for sure, there's so many comments coming through, it's hard for me to get to all of them, but in order for you to make your comments stand out, you can do a super chat and make sure yours show up as a big like color on my screen, so I'm sure to see it. The other ones are just going by so quick. If I see one on a super chat and it comes up, I'll grab it and I'll stop it, so you get answered for sure. Let's see, what's the best 6.5? Again, 6.5 inch sub, 6.5 inch mid. What are you referring to? Brandon Sexton, you're dope. AF, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you for everybody joining in. If you are enjoying having a conversation with me and me answering your questions live, let me know, and I'll try to do this more often. The Rod Knock Jeep channel has super chatted again. I appreciate it, man. This makes him, I think, at $10. So thank you for that. So I'm going to answer his question. And be sure to go check out his channel, the Rod Knock Jeep channel. He says, I'm going from a 15-inch kicker comp paired with a Autotech 4500 watt amp to two 12-inch kicker comp VRs. Would the pound different? I'm guessing you're saying would it pound different, maybe? Possibly. I guess, in my opinion, yes. I think you could have more, and then it's going to depend on the ohm load and everything like that as well. If you're going to be, say, if you were wired to a 1 ohm and then you had the single 15, and then you got the two 12s, and it was a different ohm load, and you had like where you're going to be wired to 2 ohm, you probably wouldn't have as good of output because you wouldn't be using as much power. But so anyway, 6.5 inch mid. In my opinion, the 6.5 inch mid, the best pro audio right now. Holy crap, there's so many comments. Right now, obviously I'm gonna say the Downforce Sound D4S65. Hands down, I believe it's one of the greatest sounding, as far as a full range. It does nice mid bass, it does nice vocals, and it has a very wide range, so it's super awesome. I can actually show it to you. Because I have it right here. It's on my display. So this is the Downforce Sound D4S65. It's rated at 200 watts RMS. It was made in conjunction with Defbonce, a company that's been making mids for a very long time. It's a D4S65. 200 watts RMS, 3-inch mounting depth. It is a decent mounting depth. Like it may be a little deep for some people, and it's got some weight to it as well. But this is what it looks like. D4S65. We also make a D4S60, which is a little bit shallower, a little bit less on the RMS power, a little bit narrower on the bandwidth that it'll play. So, but anyway, if you're looking for some amazing pro audio 6.5s, be sure to check out the D4S65s or 60s, whichever one you want to run. Wow, so many. Again, if you're just now joining, if you want your question answered for sure, be sure to do a super chat so it pops up, because there's so many questions coming through. I'm trying to answer as many as I can, but the way to get for sure answered is do a super chat, $5 or $10, whatever, and I'll be sure to answer it because it'll come up as a different color. Which first, high output alternator or second battery? Personally, I would recommend doing a high output alternator first, because that's where your initial source of power comes from. Let's see. Does Sundown make a subwoofer with a small mounting depth? The shallowest Sundown audio subwoofer is going to be the Sundown SD4 that they currently offer. So yes, they do, and that's what they offer, the SD4 series. It's not a pancake style sub, but it is shallower. I think it's around 4.5 inches or so. Yes, it's a good subwoofer. Do you guys build blow-through boxes and ship them? Yes, we do, and we have. We've done, I think, about 4 or 5 of those. ZV6 release, question mark? I would say around March of next year, if I had to guess. There's some people already testing them, but it's just prototypes. There could be more changes made to them. Is Sundown your business? Like, did you create it? No, I did not create it. It's not my business. It belongs to Jacob Fuller. He lives in North Carolina. Again, if you're joining, if you want me to answer your question for sure, there's so many comments and questions coming through. It's hard for me to get to all of them. Do the super chat option, and I'll be sure to get your question answered, and I'll give you a shout out. 9 Cali 100 price. Cheers, bro. I love that banging system. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Flexit 500. Have you looked into Pride, or does Alfred have a non-compete clause? They do not have a non-compete clause, but Pride's an okay brand. They have some cool stuff, but Defbonce just runs them in every way. Like, they can't compete with Defbonce. Defbonce has world records and so many like records that back up their products, unless there's products speak for themselves. Where Pride, it looks cool, but like, where do you see them in the lanes? Where do you see them holding world records and stuff like that? To my knowledge, they don't. It just looks cool. It's just another cool looking product. So people say that they want it. And also, Pride can't keep up with their supply issue. They can't supply the demand that they've already created. So yeah, it wouldn't be a good thing. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Will the Wolfram O series sound better than the Terramps Bass series? I have no idea. If I had to guess, it'd be like similar. Subs in your work truck anytime soon? I remember you ran a single ZV515 on the rear seat. Man, I honestly don't know. I really don't even take time to like listen to music in there as much as I probably should. I'm just always so busy being on the phone doing business and everything like that. Crescendo VS Apocalypse T25 Neo tweeters. My favorite tweeter is the Defbont's T25, hands down. Man, another person asked me if I'm ever going to sell Orion. Not at this time. Maybe in the future sometime. Who knows? But I'm just not sure at this time. So I'm going to try to wrap this up in about another 5 minutes. So it's already been 45 minutes. Crazy how fast time flies when you're chatting with some bass heads, especially so many of you. Wow, so many questions. Somebody said something about PSI subs. We sell PSI amplifiers right now, but no subwoofers because again, they can't keep up with their demand either. So it would just make their problem worse. Is the Sundown Salt 12 the biggest amp they will make? Yes, I think so. Wow, so many questions coming through. I feel like everybody's trying to get their questions in before I get finished with this. Again, if you want me to answer your question, for sure, do a super chat real quick, $5 or $10, and I'll get your question answered. Thank you to the people that have super chatted so far. Much appreciated. I'll be able to give me some good dinner tonight, thanks to y'all. But again, this is me trying to provide some value back to you all. You already have in a way, y'all support me a lot. But I'm just here trying to answer your questions as much as possible. How much would a 615 custom box cost? That's a vague question as well. I would say it just depends on what it's for. But if I had to guess, whoa, I don't know what happened. Sorry. What the heck is happening? I don't know what's happening. $2,500 to $3,000, something like that. That would be including shipping to you inside the continental U.S. Obviously. Do you like Ground Zero? I've never heard any systems with it. I've seen a couple of videos that look cool. Which is better, SD4 or a SA Sundown? Depends on what you're using it for, but usually the SA series is going to outperform because it's more of a normal type of subwoofer, whereas the SD4 is a shallower type of sub and it's made to go in a shallow area. So usually you have to not cut corners, but you have to restrict the abilities on the subwoofer as far as a normal sub, because you're taking a sub that's like 8 inches deep usually and making it where it's only 4 inches deep. So it makes it where it can't move the same, like you run into a lot of other problems. Black Friday sale soon, quite possibly. We'll see. Collab with Steve Mead and Twisted Child 420 in the future. Holy crap, I haven't heard the name Twisted Child 420 in like years. I don't even know. Is he still doing videos? I don't know. I haven't seen anything from him in a long time. Do you talk to Steve Mead? Yes, all the time. He actually texted me earlier today. We do a lot of business together, a lot. Are you visiting Germany again? Hopefully someday, if they'll ever quit messing with us being human beings and trying to lock everybody in cages forever. Man, so many questions. Any idea on bypassing Honda Acura computer voltage regulation? If Megman didn't know, like I'm not gonna know either. I'm not sure on that. NS2, what? NS2 and Salt 12K 12 volt system. What? I don't know what the question is. Let's see. I love this some basshead education with JP. I don't know any. I'm not gonna say I don't know anything, but I don't know everything by any means. Did you announce the winner of the Wolfram Audio budget system yet? I have not, because we did not reach the 1,000 likes threshold, which is pretty sad. You have 200,000 people on your, or close to 200,000 people on your page, and you just request 1% or less than 1%, which is 1,000 likes and 1,000 shares, and you don't even get 1,000 likes on it. So I guess people don't like giveaways. But I did actually extend it earlier to tomorrow to try to give even more time to give this system away, so people can still enter. Krishna Rampersad, the LTO 6.0 is the best battery for a small system. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Life price freedom ain't free. The tree of liberty has to be refreshed from time to time, bro. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Do you have a mask? I have one in my truck. Only wear it when I have to go into somewhere that requires it. Anyway, we won't get into the whole thing on that. Are you planning on hiring? I know COVID is something. I've been hiring all year. We are now at, I think, 10 people. So we have been growing for sure. Let's see. Price. I'm getting this random humming from my subs when my engine is on. Why is that? It could be several things. Bad ground, bad RCAs. Yeah, it's hard to say without being there. Bad amplifier. I'm planning on buying a Sundown SA8 V3. What amp would you recommend to put on it? I would personally run the Sundown Audio SFB 1000. Super budget friendly, and we have them in stock. Oh man, we're at 43 bucks on the super chat. I wonder if I can make it to 100 before I get off of here. Answering all these questions. I came across your epic throwback Thursday video with Steve Mead from years ago. You two have definitely grown. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Let's see. Good to see you streaming. Been watching lots of videos recently. Appreciate it. JP, would you ever consider going for sound quality via SPL? I'm not really a competitor, so probably not. It's just not my thing. I just like to go to shows and jam out. Fatboy28206, I appreciate you, man. You just dropped another $10 super chat, so thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody else that does super chats. This makes it where I definitely answer your question. JP, you making sundown mask? I'm not making any mask. Upgrading from Sundown NS2 to Salt 12, much of a difference, 12-volt system? Yes, I would say you'd probably get a 10 to 20% gain. The Salt... There's somebody doing donuts outside. Sorry, it's distracting me. But yes, the Salt series subwoofers is like amplifiers. What that stands for is Sundown Audio Low Voltage technology. This makes it where they put out a lot more power at a lower voltage. So yes, you will gain a lot, in my opinion. Live price. I see you at the Sundown show every year. I have some demo vids from In Your Car and the Warthog. I love what you do. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for all of y'all's support. I really appreciate it. My goal is to visit with you and Steve Mead one day. That's cool. Anytime people come into Las Vegas and they hit me up, I always do my best to show them around. At least take a couple minutes and show them through. Let's see. Also, I was curious, was there ever a cop that wanted to hear your system? Yeah, there's been plenty of cops that got demos. It's pretty cool. Let's see. JP waiting to see Black Friday deals. But what do you think about 2X12s and an SAB 5000? That'd be a great setup. We sell them all the time. great power match. So yeah, you'd be good. Where are you located in Vegas? 1085 Palms Airport Drive, Suite 110, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89119. Thank you for being so humble. I appreciate it, man. It's funny, like the haters will try to paint me as all kinds of things, but I feel like my supporters and my true people, true supporters know me and who I am. It almost, not to get like political or whatever, but it almost reminds me of Trump and like it doesn't like seeing all the stuff, all the junk on the internet. It doesn't matter. He can sign peace deals. He can do all this stuff and the like CNN and C-SPAN and all these things. The only thing that they ever share or ever talk about him is like 100% negative. Like they never say anything positive about the dude. I'm like, man, I feel like I get the same treatment from the haters in the basehead community. I feel like they're the CNN and the C-SPAN and like the haters. So it's funny in a way, but it's kind of sad that they're like that. All right, I guess I'm gonna be ending this soon. I'm not seeing any more questions. What's your opinion about Scar Audio? It's a great budget brand. We sell tons of it. It's actually our most popular brand that we sell. So, yeah. LOL, I'm a fan, hands down, until my lungs collapse. Appreciate it. For some reason, I read that in like Eminem's voice. Marshall Mathers. How is the Scar SDR12s? I'm going to get some for my car. How is this? Speaking on the Scar SDRs, they are very impressive for the price. A customer of mine locally came by and let me hear his setup on. It wasn't even on RMS power. It was like two SDR12s on like it was like a 1,000 watt amp or 800 watt amp or something like that. It impressed the hell out of me. Again, if you want me to answer your question for sure, do like a $5 or $10 super chat and I'll do it. There's just so many questions coming through. Low FS mean SQ, not necessarily. Hey JP, will you take EBT soon? Man, you know you're hard up for some bass when you're asking if somebody to take some EBT for it. Not to my knowledge, but I mean, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Do you plan on picking up any of the Brazilian amplifier boards, SD, Teramps, etc.? Again, I'm not saying never, but we have a lot of options like that now through the Sundown SFB line. Like if you're looking for the super cheap, super budget friendly amplifiers, we have those in stock. So like say for instance, say Salt 4 is $1,200 or something like that, and SFB 5000 is $479. So if you're looking for something that's cheap, like really budget friendly, then there's an option for you. Will you take Bitcoin? Sure. I actually just a notification popped up on my phone yesterday for like Bitcoin hitting some sort of newer high or whatever. So I went and checked it because I had the Bitcoin miners for a little while, and I had them popping the mining or whatever. So I had accumulated some Bitcoin on that, so I went and checked it. It was cool to see that because obviously it went down to like $2,000 or $3,000 at one time, and I rode the entire wave, and I think the last time I looked at it was like 13,000 or something. So it definitely had went way up. How could I get a shirt? You go to downforsoundshop.com and go to the merchandise tab, and you can grab you one or some there, or you can purchase a amplifier or a subwoofer that would get a free shirt on there, and you can get a freebie thrown in. Do you do internships? What car audio courses do you recommend? I don't really internships. Not well. I mean, to come work here, people do. Targa, have you ever heard of them? No, I have not. Your website says you take Klarna, but it never gives an option for it. Sorry, that was a mistake. We were looking into putting them on there, and it never ended up happening because they were wanting, what do you call that? They were wanting to be the only option for financing, and that's not going to happen. I'd like to see you pick up Banda. Again, not a demand for it there. Why don't you offer bread financing anymore? They're having a lot of issues, so that's why I don't offer them anymore. It was just issue after issue, so we had to get away from them for that reason. All right, I'm for sure ending this at an hour. So we got 4 minutes left. If the SFBs are producing so much power, then why is the price difference between those and the salt? I noticed one's full bridge and one's half bridge. What's the difference? That's pretty much it. Like, just different style of amplifiers, different, I don't know, different, people like different things. Like, me personally, I would never, there's nothing wrong with, obviously, either one. But, say, for instance, in my Tahoe, like, I wouldn't ever run SFB bass amps in there because people will know the Tahoe to be the latest, greatest stuff. Like, it's going to run the best equipment in there. So it's going to have the salts in there. And there's other people out there as well. They're like, money's not a problem. It's no issue. They just want to have the best. And people know Korean boards such as the salts are heavier duty. They can take abuse. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. They can take abuse, whereas the SFBs and Chinese amplifiers like that, they really don't like that. Like, they won't take low ohm loads or anything like that. So they're really finicky usually. Can you get financing available for Wisconsin? Brad was one of the financing choices allowed for Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm not sure what their problem is there. D4S sound deadener, question mark. Are you spying on me? Quite possibly, man. We'll see what happens. What is your financing criteria? It doesn't come down to me. It comes down to the financing companies. Like, it's nothing to do with me. If it was me, everybody would get cleared so they could buy some audio from me, right? Is it still $20 a demo? It's never costed anything to get a demo. That's a rumor. But if you want to super chat me 20 right now, I'll give you a shout out and answer your questions that you have. I've got a Korean made myself, but was just curious what makes half bridge better. Thanks for answering, no problem. Hello, de Tijuana. Financing an arm or a leg. Is lower the impedance the better? No, like that's not true. Usually you'll get more power, but you have to know that you're walking a fine line when it comes to that. Get the money, right, JP? Of course. Got to pay the bills. The rent on this building is insane. Did you take Brett out? Yes, we took Brett out because they were having a lot of problems. Loudest, clearest, 6.5. I'm glad you asked. It's right here in front of me. Down for sound D4S 65. 200 watts RMS. It's a beast. Grab you some of those. All right, 1 minute left, and we're going to be out of here. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. Hope you had a great weekend and an eventful Sunday. I just joined. Zero ducks given. That's funny. Will you have a firm? I actually tried to reach out to them as well. They wanted exclusive on financing offering, and we can't do that. How often are you streaming? I don't have a set schedule. So this is my first time doing it. Somebody told me that I should do this, so I just figured I'd jump on and answer some of y'all's questions. Do you know when SFB 1800.5 will arrive? I think in a couple of months, like the end of December or something. 30 seconds left. Drop a super chat if you want me to stay later. Black Friday deals. Yes, we have some Black Friday deals. We will be having them. We don't know what is allowed until like the companies release them, like what's available for us to do. Let's see. Shout out to Fatboy28206. He super chatted a couple of times. Jose Hernandez. Who else besides JP gives free suckers on every order? Been a loyal customer since 2015. I appreciate that, Jose. Thank you. Jonathan Esperanza. Thank you. Good night to you as well. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me on my first live video, first one in a very long time. So we'll try to do this again sometime soon. So y'all tell people about us going live and having a good time. Hopefully more people will join in next time. Maybe I'll do like a demo session or something where people can request songs to be played in the Tahoe or the work truck and see which one sounds the best or which one does the best hair trick or flex test or something like that. All right, appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night, and we will see you in the next one later. Now I gotta figure out how to turn this thing off. How do you turn it off? Let's see. Oh, let's flip it this way. Maybe it's locked. Boom. I don't know. Oh, here we go.